Okay, folks, let's talk about it. What is going on with Hasbro / Wizards of the Coast / Dungeons and Dragons and the whole open gaming license fiasco? I'm not going to go through all the details of what's happened and what is happening. If you guys are interested, I highly recommend you check out the videos linked right up here. They're from D&D Shorts, Nerd Immersion, The Rules Lawyer, and Legal Eagle. They both go into what's all the new developments and what's happening, as well as the legal details of the OGL. I highly recommend you check out these videos. They're highly informative and they help me put together this video. So as I've been watching this unravel on social media and on YouTube, I can't help but be struck by a few things, primarily the similarities between what is happening now and what happened when Games Workshop ended Warhammer 8th edition. Mainly the outcry of anger and frustration from the player base, the simply remorseless actions and attitude that the company is taking, and the rise of negative behavior between people discussing which game system they really like. A lot of people out the internet saying this game system sucks or that game system sucks and shouldn't be played. It's just gotten real negative. Is Wizards of the Coast doing what Games Workshop did with Warhammer 8th edition? I don't know, but let's find out. Let's be real here, they're doing the exact same thing. Both Wizards of the Coast and Games Workshop are large corporations that are subject to shareholders as well as a board of directors. I think it's clear that both of their goals are to gain control of their own IP and increase profits, hands down. But that is the situation for all major corporations nowadays, right? In a lot of the videos I've been watching, they've talked about how they think the C-suite executives of Wizards of the Coast are not in touch with the game, don't understand what the players want, and are messing up the game. In my opinion, that's pretty much an oversimplification of what's happening. I look more at the corporate structure. Nowadays, large corporations that are publicly traded simply can't be profitable. They have to be more profitable at all times. But in all honesty, a CEO of a company would have no choice but to do this. The idea that a CEO would put forward a plan that would have less profits for the company but be better for the customers just doesn't happen. Being beholden to a board of directors and numerous shareholders who honestly have no loyalty or care about what the product that's being sold kind of forces the C-suite's hand. And I honestly believe Warhammer 8th edition, as well as Dungeons and Dragons currently, were profitable product. They made money, but the problem is they could make more money. And the best example of this is when the CEO of Wizards of the Coast was quoted saying it is under monetized. Now, what Games Workshop did was they took Warhammer 8th edition and simply ended it to make a new game, which was Age of Sigmar. In Age of Sigmar, all the names of the characters, all the names of the races were trademarkable words. Just as Age of Sigmar is a completely different game from Warhammer 8th edition, DnDBegone or D&D Online, 1DnD, whatever it turns out to be called, will definitely be a different game than D&D 5th edition. The D&D 5th edition that we all know. That Dungeons and Dragons moving forward will be an online system. I mean, akin to Warzone, kind of? Now, if we want to, as a group, determine or try to determine what's going to happen in the future with Wizards of the Coast, we kind of have to look back at Games Workshop and see what happened to them and where are they now. And to be honest, they won. Age of Sigmar is a very popular game. A lot of people play it, and Games Workshop as a company is very profitable. Through the experience of Warhammer 8th edition dying, I learned one major lesson about these corporations. A new customer is extremely more valuable to these companies than an existing customer. An existing customer has already bought all the books, they've got their own models, they might buy a few more books as they're released, but they're not nearly as great as a new customer who's buying everything new, everything they need to play the game. I mean, the one exception to this is Warrior of the Coast. It seems is going to a subscription-based model with DnDBegone, but still, it's not worth it for them to market for existing customers who might or might not join DnDBegone. They're more interested in those new customers seeing the Dungeons and Dragons movie and being like, hey, I want to try that out. Now, what can we do as a community to counteract this, to make ourselves happier? The true answer is play what you want. Just like Warhammer 8th edition guys who are still playing with their friends in their basements right now, you can keep playing D&D 5th edition. It might not be as exciting as it was before because it won't be company supported, there won't be new books, there won't be new information, but you can still play it in your basement with your friends and have a great time, and I highly encourage that. Now, the truth is, this has been hit on by numerous people with the DnDBegone movement. Your true voice is with your dollar. Spend your money with the companies you want to see succeed. I wanted to play a rank and flank strategy war game. I chose to play the Ninth Age. And the Ninth Age is a community-supported, community-built game, so there is no corporation looking for more profits. Granted, Ninth Age has not been nearly as successful as Age of Sigmar, but it has created a community that I really enjoy, and it's constantly changing and evolving for the better, in my opinion. Now, on this channel, you guys know that I play Ninth Age, and I also play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, and I stream the campaigns. Now, I know this channel is nowhere near influential in the community, so I'm not trying to make a statement or anything, but in solidarity for the DnDBegone movement, we'll be playing Pathfinder 2nd edition on our campaigns from moving forward. We also won't be using DnDBegone anymore. You know, in the best case scenario, we move on to Pathfinder and enjoy learning a new game for a while, and Dungeons & Dragons is returned to what it was before, and we can go back. In a worst case scenario, we're moving on to a system that we more enjoy. What I really like about Pathfinder is the new orc system, which is the license that Paizo is putting together that will be continuous, be in perpetuity. They are not even going to own the license, and because of that, you take corporation out of it, which I really enjoy. So folks, to wrap up, play what you want, spend your money where you want that money to go. Let's look forward together to what's next after Dungeons & Dragons. And if you want to see some Ninth Age or Pathfinder 2nd edition content, please hit that subscribe button. Thanks.